All right. And also Adam sent me some stuff he wanted edited, and I was like, oh, I don't know if we can do it today, but I should call him in here.
Adam
Yeah,
James or Adam Finnegan?
What?
Adam James or Adam Finnegan?
Our Adam. The old Adam, not the new Adam.
Our Adam. That's all you have to say. Our Adam.
All right, welcome everyone. This is Copywriting Clinic number 17. So we'll be doing a feedback session today, and I'm going to start this off by checking out the website of an AUTONOMY graduate named Tim Flynn. He's also been a client in AUTONOMY Unlimited, and we've been helping him trying to get his new coaching business off the ground. So we're going to be looking at his website. Unfortunately, he's not able to be here today, but he gave us the green light and would love for us to go through and see what we can offer. He's kind of gotten to like a bit of a standstill and has like some overwhelm in his personal life. So for a while, I met with him yesterday and we had a really great check-in and caught up. And I think we can all relate to this, where he's kind of having it in his head that he's got to do everything himself. And he's starting to learn that, no, asking for help, receiving help, even just accepting our offer for help is really, really valuable. So we're going to go ahead and see how we can help him out today.
But that's not his only problem. He also is emeraldy, and he gets himself so wrapped up in analysis that he experienced paralysis to analysis. Isn't that what it's called? Yeah.
Paralysis paralysis.
As an emerald, and that, seeing that Tim's not here, I'm going to speak on in his defense. Yeah, that's absolutely true. That happens with us, and it is hard to ask for help sometimes. And now that he's going to see the magic.
Indeed.
Do we have we're going to have a web page to look at and tear apart and make better?
That's what we're doing.
And if you guys want to check out his course, there is sort of a soft version of it at Raising Excellence starting January 1st for like 8 or 10 weeks. We did Tim's course every week. So we did every element or most elements from his course, like just in practice. But basically it wasn't like his course. We were doing a show. Okay, now Tim wants to teach us this. Let's do a show about it and about our results and stuff. But it does cover every single element of this course.
What's the course?
Oh, I don't know. I thought we were working on the course. We're working on the website for just coaching. There's no
Well,
course.
we're probably gonna mention it.
The course
Thing on the website.
Sorry, I'm out of the loop. I thought it was the course. He's been talking about the course for years.
I'm
Right,
sure.
so in this top third, pitch course here. We'll have a hero image. It'll be Tim teaching or doing something. It'll be more personalized. Like, this is a good start.
And this is also for his coaching business. So the goal of this website, when I met with him yesterday, the main goal, at least the initial goal that he's trying to get right now, is to have a page where clients can come and schedule meetings with him and schedule appointments. So having some information about his coaching and how he can help them, and then it'll ultimately we'll have his calendar on here that then they can schedule meetings with him.
So can we have a Google Doc to rip apart this copy?
Oh, no, wrong one.
And then the other parameters I need to know is this side hustle, or is he looking to rapidly replace his job, or is he had a job change recently that I don't know about? What's the situation?
I believe this is ultimately going to be what he'd like to be his main source of income.
Right now it's side hustle, but he's slowly dying inside from his regular job.
Yeah, I can feel that. I've been there. All right, so I was thinking that as far as a headline, just ask a question that people would say no to, and that's going to grab their attention. Have you given up on trying to achieve your goals in life? Because I get where he's like,
lost your infinity.
Well, I get where he's at, and it's good to know how to do all this stuff, but it does get in your way when you're trying to do everything, and then nothing really gets focused on and gets done right because you're trying to be master of like jack of all trades, right? So now that he's asked for help, and I can see like where he's at and where he has to go and what done right looks like, and that's eventually all he needs to know. What does done right look like in these things, and how do I achieve that effect, as opposed to where do I begin to convey, the value. So I would start with, we're going to change up the hero image. Oh, we're back in a Word document now. So we're We're going to.
Well, okay. Can I just really quick? I feel like we're kind of going a little bit like we're speeding right now. So I'd like for us to just take a second and let's just look at what he has on this website so far. Kind of just get a feel for what's there right now, and then we can start tearing it apart. Is that cool?
I feel like we just got a speeding ticket.
Thank you, pace setter. I was sprinting. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I just wanted to bring us back down for just a second. So it's betweeninfinity.com. So this is his, kind of his ideas, like you're born from infinity and someday go back to it. So what you do in between is up to you. Between infinity, become extraordinary. Opportunities bound only by your imagination. How great can you become? Let's explore that together. Discover and embrace your true potential. The best expression of your love is becoming your best self. So then he's got his appointment link. This is definitely unfinished, of course. So he's got his individual coaching courses and eventually retreats. And then he does have his bio down here as well.
Where's the picture?
I don't know.
That does not look like him.
He's an emerald. He doesn't want to show himself on screen. I think that's obvious.
He's going to have to get over that.
Yes, that's one of the things holding him back.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to send Macmillan to his house to take some pictures.
But that's a web design meeting. This is the copy meeting. We'll get
Right.
back to the word document.
So
copy meeting.
That bit about himself that reminds me the bio section of Brian T. Collins's page. He did a really good thing where he included little snapshots of his journey that related exactly to what he wanted to share, or it relates to what he does, so to speak, right? Anyway.
Like a turning point story. Hey, Owen.
okay, so now that we've kind of gotten a feel of what's going on here, I feel a little bit more comfortable going back to our other document. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to get the full scope really quick before we kept going.
Kind of like where Rich is going with have you given up where you're going to want, because the whole born from infinity, of course it's true for everybody, but not everybody will instantly relate to it.
Yeah,
That's
like,
okay.
well, and my thought was like, okay, I like the message, but not as the headline, not as the first thing that they read. Like I could see this being one of more like the smaller text down in here, and it gives some context to like the URL and, you know, understand what he's getting at there. But as far as it being the first thing that you read, not quite.
What, everybody or?
Yeah, good question.
He's working on his counseling degree. He's a coach. He specializes in men, I believe, and transformational. So he takes you from
Go slower. So he's in counseling and what else?
coaching and counseling. He is, I would say he's a transformational coach for mostly targeting men. I know that he works with women as well, but from what I know, he works with men a lot more. He basically meets you where you're at and encourages you, but it's some of it is transactional and some of it is transformational. So it's a blend. It's not just one or just the other, like a lot of coaches have.
Is it like for business or like, you know, the guy who needs to lose 100 pounds or like what kind
More
of?
like self-actualization, I think, or realigning with your true self, who you really are. Like when he was doing coaching with me like a year and a half ago, it was a lot about who you really are, where are you coming from, what's your essence, is what you're doing right now your true essence, or can you step more into your essence, how can you step more, you know, that kind of stuff. Like more like pushing me to realign with my true essence more and more and more.
I think Tim's part sapphire.
What is you said emerald and sapphire. What does that stuff mean?
All right, so sapphire. So there's one of the prerequisites to the course, and it goes over 4 different personality types. And this is just a very general rule of thumb. It's not an actual ruler, but once you learn it, it's like different frequencies from which people are already communicating. So emerald personalities are generally analytical, data-oriented, introverted, or as Eric Ferland likes to be called, introspective. They got a lot going on inside, but they don't necessarily know how to communicate it all out. And sometimes they get in their own way and over-complexify things as a really advanced form of procrastination that smart people do, right? A sapphire, on the other hand, is kind of like an opposite to an emerald. The sapphire is a high-minded person who has these really big ideas, but no idea how to tie them down to reality. And it's a lot of ambiguity. And they usually need to get together with somebody who has the emerald analytical, let's put it on the schedule and actually make it
Blue,
work.
like their heads up in the clouds kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And so, and a lot of us have mixes of one to many of these. So, you know, you could have like, you know, you got a big heart, so you're a pearl, but you're also data oriented and really organized. So you're part emerald. And maybe you have some high-minded ideas, but that's not really generally like leading your life. So that'd be a little bit sapphire. And there was a woman that came up with a test, and you go through and answer some questions, and it kind of gives you your personality type. But I don't need to get that advanced with it generally. If we just say a ruby is a very assertive person, they're very competitive, they're very curt, and when they talk to you, it always feels like they're kind of being curmudgeon-y or mean or something like that. They're not going to respond to a pearl who's like someone who gives more to other people and sometimes has trouble taking care of themselves and
This is
looking
Owen,
out
my
for their own
son.
interest.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, so for the
Doing well. How are
pearl,
you?
There we go.
all right, cool. And then so the pearl would need to understand how to communicate with the ruby, and maybe communicate on their frequency for the first couple sentences, and get
Okay.
right. And then you
Yeah,
can
okay.
get
I've
back.
done that with sales training and taken all those personality tests, but I never heard it referred to as the same pearl and ruby and stuff.
Okay, so have you ever done the disc where it's dolphin and shark and whatever other two animals they picked? It's a similar system.
No, I
And there's a
haven't
lot
done
of-
that one.
That's what
Um,
it's like the quadrants of like the analyzer or the influencer, the supporter, and the driver. Those are another quadrant ones that I've heard before.
Yeah, so they're all kind of similar, and we don't need to be too precise, but it's just good to kind of like each personality type has strong suits and weak suits. So once I can identify where somebody's coming from, I also know what they could probably work on to balance out and really gain a lot more like calm, cool, collected composure.
Yeah, like if you're trying to close an engineer, it's a way different approach than an artist or whatever.
Exactly, because an engineer, you just have to give them the numbers and let them crunch them. They'll make their own decision. Whereas an artist, you really probably have to motivate them and get them to see the vision and take that on for themselves.
Okay.
So for a quick recap, so is there 4 within that system of that metric?
Yes.
There's always
Okay.
four.
So perhaps each of these sentences could be using the language that addresses each of those personality types. So the progression begins taking you toward where you're drawn in by the net of what is presented here, but it speaks and resonates with each of those, right? You don't get them on the first sentence, maybe the second sentence does, but it continues along that path or that route.
Yeah, so I would look at it in this copywriting metaphor of sections on the page. So that first section that Tim starts with, that's like a pearl sapphire section. And unless that's exactly who he's trying to go for, well, it shouldn't be the first section anyway. It could be the third or fourth section down, setting the tone, bringing things together. Now that you've got people's attention, now that's going to help generate interest, right? It's a big idea concept as opposed to something tangible and finite and decision making. And
Hey,
you got to
Rick,
get them
you know I
to
love
make
you,
a
right?
decision at the
But
top of the
this is
page.
Rich,
Otherwise, they don't scroll.
This is an hour-long clinic, not a 4-hour normal usual of your teaching thing. So we need to like dial down a little bit on the teaching and do more feedback for this thing. Because I know you like to educate us and stuff, but we really need to focus on Tim's work because we're already halfway through this clinic and we haven't really done more than a sentence so far.
Okay, so if without a strong top third of the page, nobody's going to read down the page to find out about Tim or his service or his pitch that's not there.
Let's
So all I was
fold.
saying was, in the top, you got to move the sapphire pearl stuff down in the copy, and you got to have a strong call to action that resonates with somebody he's trying to connect with.
Absolutely. And so I really like your suggestion of have you given up on where you want to go in life? I'm not sure if we should go with the negativity, but I like the general idea of it. Does anybody have a better hook sentence that would maybe appeal to all 4 personalities? Oh, and just a quick thing with the 4 personalities.
Your potential?
I'm sorry?
Are you striving to meet your potential?
That's
do you-
too cheesy because
you want-
everybody has that
Yeah.
written. Yeah.
Whatever.
different.
Life is filled with predictable and unpredictable changes and challenges in your world, your relationships, and yourself.
I like the angle of unpredictable. Something like, is life throwing you unpredictable curveballs, or learn to deal with more unpredictable, or something like that?
Do you feel like you have
That's a
unfulfilled
cliche.
potential?
Do you feel like you have unfulfilled potential? Again, unfulfilled potential has been used on many coaching websites throughout the last few years.
Well, it's kind of hard to reinvent the wheel.
But we have to.
Filled
Not so
with
much reinvent the wheel, but make it so that it's fresh, you know? But what is it that, so, okay, we know that every like 40-year-old is on the precipice of self-actualization, right? And that's probably really what Tim is helping people with, you know, at like sometime between 35 and 55, people like, oh my gosh, I need to self-actualize. And then he helps you step over that threshold of status quo to doing what you actually want to do. But where are they at before, when the person is at the brink of self-actualization, but they don't really know how they're going to do it? They don't know what they're going to do. They're just like, holy shit, my life's not going the way I want it to go. How do we, where are they at? How can we meet them where they're at with the first sentence?
They're traumatized and trying to deal with it by
Trying
something.
to get out of the shit.
I think, could we scroll down the page a little bit again? I don't have a good feel for who his clients are, and I saw something down there that said something about PTSD, and I couldn't read the rest, but maybe search for PTSD. I think there might be a few more things listed there. That,
Can you see the screen?
Yeah, there it is.
Can you make it move to the left?
Oh, Beth is here.
Can I make it move to the left?
Yeah, I don't know. I have the pictures of us is
Oh, you can move that.
Writing.
You can move the pictures of us over. I had to do that same thing.
Grab it. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
You can also tap and zoom in. I just figured that out too.
On a picture?
No, on the text. I just tapped the text and it got bigger, so I could.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't work. Oh, oops. Okay, let's see.
So I don't know if that's his main focus, but there's, a lot of it's like OCD, PTSD.
And the
Not
thing
all.
is, he's not talking about him. It says Tim Flynn, and then there's like, I know I talk about talking about the client, but it has to still be in relation to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tim Flynn takes you by the hand and leads you across the threshold to
He's
self.
talking about what counseling is, not about himself.
The thing is, it doesn't really matter what counseling is, as long as he can take me by the hand and help me cross the river.
Right.
I don't really care if he's using counseling, coaching, Reiki, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but these are, well, I don't know, but it seems like these are the things he's going to help people with. There's some of them, it's not all just personal development. Some of it's personal issues. So, I mean, what, I don't know.
I think if you took some of that, it would specify the offering more.
Mm-hmm.
That he works with, men from 35 to 65, and generally they have these types of things going on that are common hurdles or things holding them back, and that by spending some time with Tim and doing that type of self-analysis, you can make strides forward. And so if he had an offering around that, like he does 6 months of counseling, and that generally does X results for these types of conditions, or if you have PTSD, it generally takes longer, but we don't meet as often, or whatever. He has a method that he's offering, and he states it in words in a lot more clear manner, right? More concise. This is a good first draft, and this is how everyone gets started. none of our first drafts survive very long.
That's true.
Unless you don't ask other people to look at it, then it survives for long.
Scroll down a tiny bit, Kara.
Yeah.
Does your life seem less extraordinary than it should?
Yeah, so I just pulled a few concepts from that description, and I have moved from A to B, so we can decide what they're moving from to what. Achieve a more fulfilling life, leverage your true desires, create an extraordinary life, and have the courage to be what you want to be. And I think that the last bit, have the courage to be what you want to be, is probably the key for that particular target market.
Mhm.
And I don't know if I'm totally sure that, like, I don't know if Tim would say, oh yeah, my target market is men between 35 and 60 or whatever. But from my observation of him, like, I mean, he does work with younger people and stuff, but like, you know, he does seem to relate to men a lot.
What if you had a headline, something like, feel like something's holding you back? And it could be a guy, and it's illustrated that there's a bunch of things tied to him, and he's trying to make progress, but there's all this baggage or weight tied to him, right? And then it could be different use cases, right? Younger people are being held back by these things, people middle-aged are these things, people who are older, and maybe he has 2 or 3 segments he caters to. And now it starts to come into clarity what the page is about. This man helps me move forward and get rid of some of these things that are holding me back. Cool. I want to self-actualize. I got, you know, there was another metaphor of, like, feel like you're only getting 10 miles per gallon, you know, feel like you're a big, slow construction, you know, cement mixer truck, you know, and then the feeling of getting more miles per gallon. There could be a male translation through mechanics and cars and things like that we could visualize. But we don't want to confuse people on making personal progress, because it's not about fixing cars. And it's not about pulling heavy things. Some people would say, oh, it's weightlifting. It's a new type of CrossFit, you know? So you got to specialize it. But I think there's something there, because that's getting more to the gist of what he's trying to do.
And I don't know, I think it's possible that some of the car analogies could resonate with his audience. It's possible.
So back to Ignatius's first point about like self-actualization. What about, like, do you feel like you're playing hide and seek with your higher self or something like that? Like you can almost grasp it and it's just not there or something like that.
That's solid.
With yourself, playing hide and seek with yourself, not necessarily just your higher self, because that might push them out of that consciousness. But like, are you hiding who you really are from yourself? That's a good concept.
I think the higher self and lower self gives it distinction, because you're sitting out eating Cheetos, watching whatever on Amazon, and that's your lower self, and you're kind of hiding from your higher self. Like, hey, couldn't you be doing something or working out or learning, right? That could be a thing. That could be an ad campaign as well as a headline. And we can film stuff like it these days with the same camera, 2 people in the same room, you know, you just overlay the video. We got people who know how to do that.
Higher self sketches could be really funny too.
And then you could bring comedy into it, make people laugh, and then they read the rest of the page for sure.
When you guys mentioned unpredictability earlier, I have, are you about to be bucked by the universe's creative chaos?
I like what you're getting at. It might be a little too complex for right up in the banner, but I like what you're getting at there. I'm just kind of moving things around. Nothing is set in stone here.
About, are you treading water in your life and career?
Do you feel like you're treading quicksand in your daily routine?
I think the whole infinity thing is sort of like out there where people would be, what is he talking about? Instead of like maybe between life and death or something. It's like that needs to be explained kind of between infinity.
And that's where, I mean, the best he does, and the most he does so far is that you're born from infinity and someday go back to it. What you do in between is up to you.
Oh, well, maybe because on top it just says between infinity become extraordinary. So that would have to go more or something.
Yeah, we did some moving around and I didn't, it's all kind of jumbled. Originally this is the top headline. And this is where we were like, I mean, I think that this is important because like, just like what you said, like this whole between infinity thing, like, what do you even mean by that? So it's very, very necessary to have this line, but we were talking like, but so here, I'll show you, like, that
It works at the bottom though.
It does
After
work
you
at
read
the
the whole
bottom.
page, it makes sense and it brings it full circle back to the title and the branding and everything like that. So that would work. And there's just a bunch of stuff that has to come before it for it to make sense.
Right.
But it's a good observation. It is a very high-minded idea.
Yeah.
And that's usually where people are attracted to or start, or those people who are attracted to it, they usually don't follow through. So you do want to start with people.
That should go under it.
Right.
Yeah. That makes more sense.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So we kind of
This
just
is like
doing
putting
some
together a puzzle for adults.
Yeah, we're doing some brainstorming. It's nice to, I like to kind of keep what we're all throwing out there, these little gems, because then ultimately Tim has the final say on what ultimately goes on here. We're just going to give him a whole bunch of really awesome suggestions.
I found some pictures on Pixabay that kind of illustrate that concept. First one I'm not sure about, but that's just like, you know.
That's very autonomy friendly.
Conform.
Ah! Whoa. That looks very uncomfortable.
Right?
Whoa. It's like, am I looking at an episode of The Walking Dead right now?
Well, it's like, I don't know.
Totally kidding.
But yeah, it made me feel that, you know, the guy with the bowl is the guy who's reaching above the crowd.
Like, I don't know. I like it if like there was some way to make it stand out a little bit more. But that's just
There was another angle of that.
It's like zombie-like.
Yeah, exactly. That's like, I immediately thought of the show The Walking Dead.
People who failed to say, just make a meme out of it. People who failed to self-actualize, something like that. You know, you tie it in. This is how they feel.
Like the thing is gonna close on them. Anyway, there wasn't anything really good there.
I want to do a little check-in. Now, Agnieszka, you said that there is also something else that we were going to want to potentially look at today.
Well, Adam James threw some stuff at me earlier. So, but I don't know because we're not really done with Tim's. We haven't even given him a good headline.
Definitely. I just wanted to check in on that.
Adam?
Tired of treading quicksand in your life?
Tired of drowning in quicksand sand in your life?
Well, drowning's like more like that's final, but treading it is like you're not getting out, but you're not, you know, but you're still going to sink at some point. You know, you're not sinking right now, but you're not getting out of it. That's sort of treading quicksand. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do? How are you going to play this situation? You have to make a decision. Otherwise, you're going to sink.
How do you get a grip?
Hey, Lee, have you ever heard of the Hemingway app?
No,
Hemingway,
I have not.
HemingwayApp.com. That sentence you just put in there needs to be Hemingwayed.
Okay, thank you.
It's a fantastic app that determines readability. So it tells you like what grade level your writing is at. And so for marketing, you want to aim for like a lot simpler. I think it's like, yeah, grade 6. Mm-hmm. 6 to 9, something like that. Mm-hmm.
I use it in case I ever need to highlight all my words in red, because that's what it does to my words.
Okay.
What is the website called or the app?
Hemingway.
HemingwayApp.com. APP.
So who needs to be Hemingway? I can do it. I'll do it.
Help with Hemingway. Lee.
Oh, give him a crash course. Get him on the horn.
He just waved at you. We're in a meeting still.
Yeah, I know. I'm in the meeting.
You're in the meeting, okay?
Hey, Eric.
Hi, Lee. Here.
I look forward to having conversations with you.
So I don't know. There's part of me that's kind of liking the flow of this up here. I like what we're coming up with, and I'm definitely, it could probably be improved. But as far as the flow, I'm kind of liking what's starting to emerge a little bit here.
What if we change the second line to "are you" instead of "do you feel like"?
Yeah, that's better.
And then if this is like nice and bigger, right?
Yeah, this
But
getting
people kinda
solid.
go, like, what's the higher self? Shouldn't maybe that be more kind of direct too?
Well, they get it implicitly because they
Your
know they're
true
hiding
self.
from it.
How about your true self?
True self.
Yeah.
That's
I like that better. Of course, I had the issue with the higher self from the get-go, so thanks, Beth. That's some Team Agnieszka right now.
Oh, you're not into higher
I
consciousness?
feel like this can go away.
No, I just don't know if most people that are in his target market would truly relate to it on a heart level.
Right.
And I'm always trying to get every sentence to hit the target market at the heart level, not at the head level, even though
Okay.
people like this part, but the decisions are all made in here.
No. Okay.
Are you playing hide and seek with your true potential?
That's interesting.
That I like that.
I kind of like that too.
Oh, that's called a blender skill. So you didn't come up with the original two parts, but you blended it, made it more powerful.
Well, that's what you guys are doing.
That's a great skill. Yeah, that's a great. That's a great. I just wanted to say, like, that's what that, like, because that's better than the two individual parts, and it's an essential element of a team. So there are people that can start with a blank sheet of paper, and there are people that can improve a first draft. And to be able to do all those skills is necessary for the team because all those things come up in every conversation.
Hey,
So well played.
Kara,
Yeah.
can I ask you a technical Google question?
Sure.
How come when you move the text around, you're not just clicking the heading 2, heading 3, but you're actually using the slider thingy for the text size?
This I just literally had copy and pasted over from the website, so I haven't
But when you
been.
were changing sizes, so what I normally do, I don't know, it's probably just a different way of using it. I just select the sentence and I do heading 2, heading 3, depending what size I want it, instead of selecting the.
It's just different habits. Yeah. Yeah.
Just picking.
So, yeah.
Different habits. I don't know if I like that aligned that far up. I
Yeah.
think it's like some more between Have the Courage and that.
I'm just also thinking about, yeah, I guess the space there could be more in there. Because then there's still like a whole rest of the page to fit copy into as well.
Here
So
we
do
should provide the solution.
Insert Tim offer.
Back up your big promise. That's number 3.
It should be technically this is advertising his lead magnet at the top in the hero section, and you guys have a couple good lines there, and then off to the right would be a picture of his free report or whatever he's generating for people to get like a working knowledge of what he's doing.
Eventually that would be the goal. I know right now his goal is just to get something like just a nice simple one page that people can go and schedule appointments with him. That's the immediate goal. Definitely there will be a lot more long-term that we'll want to put into this.
What's his lead magnet? What's he planning for that?
That's what I mean.
We don't
right
know,
now.
but
We
so
don't
we'll
know.
just put a click here to schedule in the header image. Like if he wants to do the offer sans high value content offer, like without the lead magnet, then you just need to make the offer in the headline to schedule an appointment. Like not in the headline, but in the header, in the hero image section. Then people would scroll down and be like, why would I want to do that? And then you can tell them, but you want the call to action right up top. because that's what he's trying to do.
So now just tiny bit of feedback to Lee, who just pasted another sentence. When you use the word learn, you have to be very judicious about it, because some people are seeking learning, but other people perceive learning as work. And so we want to make sure that it's easy and digestible, and, you know, it's just going to come like, you know, they're like a little baby bird. They're going to open their mouth and it's going to fall in, as opposed to they're going to have to actually search for the food. Just because psychologically people want shit to be easy, right? Not autonomizers, but the rest of the world. Autonomizers like things to be difficult.
Pasting in what I saw in the chat there.
I'm just looking at that. It's have the courage to be what you want to be. I would think, yeah, that's right. I do have the courage. See you later, Tim. I found my courage and I don't need your help. That's why. I'm like, what else? What can we do with that?
This is why I said right below, have the courage, because that's the demand your attention. Have the courage. Maybe, do you have the courage? What could be better, because it's more drawing. But then
Right.
You need to back up the big promise according to the outline and say, I'm here and I can fix your courage. I can dig deep. I can pull it out of your throat and throw it in your face. And then you'll be courageous from then on.
Right. Okay.
But not in those words, because that would not be effective.
Right.
So how did the, when he had that other sentence he wanted to, whoever that was, LS, Lee, to put on there, how did he do that?
Oh, in the chat where he threw in the
Yeah.
sentence? Oh, at the bottom of the screen, there's this chat button. It's not there during the autonomy lectures, but you can click in Kara's thing and you can just type whatever you want. And then the drop down everyone changes who it goes to. I mean.
Because with all these brilliant minds, there's so much going on.
And then you.
Yeah, you just type and then press
testing.
enter. Testing, yay.
Yay.
And then how do you make it go onto the page where in the middle?
I copy and pasted it from the chat.
She's in.
And then like.
Yeah, so if you put something in the chat that you'd like to be on here, I can copy and paste it and put it on the page that we're looking at.
Oh, so it goes over there and then you copy and paste it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just saw he put stuff in the chat, so I just wanted to get it where we could all see it.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know how it worked. All right.
Yeah, and for extra little tidbit of information, seeing as you're just learning that skill, where there is that, where it says everyone and there's a little arrow down, you can click on that and select just one person and then send a message to them, like your mic.
Oh, like a private message to one person instead of to the group?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
See?
Now, you might feel like you're a newbie asking those questions, but I'm laughing because I was like, I didn't know I could do that. Like, I knew I could chat, but I didn't know I could do the drop down and select. I thought I always had to send it to everybody. So thank you for asking that question, because I learned something.
Oh, yeah. And then...
So I'm wondering here, as far as finding out, kind of attempting on our own without Tim here on narrowing down his offer, about maybe looking at his bio again and seeing if we can reverse engineer some of these things that he put in here.
Like that picture?
Like,
what is that?
Well, so I pulled all those sentences from that section already. Move from A to B, achieve a more fulfilling life, leverage your true desires, create an extraordinary life.
Okay.
Those were pulled from.
So how can we turn those into the offer? As far as like backing up the big promise.
So here I would say maybe all you need is someone to facilitate her awareness, but maybe make it so that it sounds better. But you know, this is just like, right?
Like, maybe you just need some guidance and support, or.
Oh, and can you change have the courage to do you have the courage?
Yes. Oh my gosh, my mouse wants to work.
Perfect.
I don't like maybe.
No, I don't like it.
Isn't it like,
Yeah,
I know for sure we're moving, we're going.
Now I'm thinking about something like, you know how they say when you're ready, when student is ready, the teacher will come. And then another one of my mentors says, you know, you never know, like in her offer, what she says is, you never know, I may not be your teacher. You may resonate with somebody else better or something like that. So maybe in here, we can sort of say, maybe I'm the teacher for you. Like I am here teaching these skills and you obviously ready to step because you're on this website. So come, I'll teach you, I'll show you how to resonate better with your true self or whatever. But I know I just said a bunch of words and none of it.
I'm the teacher. Are you my student? Or teacher here, are you my student? I don't know.
I see where you're going, but
I'm just brainstorming.
Oh yeah, no, I like the brainstorming. Because it's out of the brainstorming that then we find the real gems.
Oh, well, and if you put above that, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. That could be a funny segue.
Yeah, I like that.
Are you my student? No, are you the student?
My,
ready to learn? Are you ready to step into your, well, we're trying to get away from my, because if I say, this is my course, and nobody wants to take it because it's mine, it's not yours, right? When I say, I made this course for you, Beth, then you'll be like, oh, she made this course for me, right? Whereas if I say my course, you'll be like, oh.
I was thinking ready in my head when you typed that. I had the same thought.
Ready to
start. Go.
What about just, are you ready?
Oh, that's good. Less is always more.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that. That actually
kind of do too.
Makes me think of Tim very much. Like that whole thing is very Tim. Isn't it?
It is very Tim.
Okay, we're done with Tim. Let's look at Adam for 5 minutes.
Okay. So where can I look at Adam?
Yeah,
or
Adam,
do you
facilitate it. You want me to share the message you sent me earlier?
I mean, yeah, I don't have anything. So
all right.
Whoever's got it.
He'll probably do it.
Wait, what? We have time for this? Am I doing it live?
10 minutes?
And
yeah. Okay. So Agnieszka came to me a few weeks ago, said roughly like, hey, we need some of your experience with self-directed education helping the copywriting clinic. And so that was my goal, was just to take a look at how you guys are sort of operate and try and find ways to help people get into the groove as quickly as possible. Let me start with what was good.
I haven't even looked at that Google Doc I just sent to you from Adam, Kara.
Whatever.
So open it up. Let's see what he sent.
You know what? I put it away already. I already put that paper away. I filed it away. So let me open up this Google document real quick.
Kara can do it.
What's good already? So you've already got the culture of excellence going and being modeled strongly. So, you know, that's kind of our defining feature in Autonomy Unlimited. Keep that. Keep doing these clinics, keep recording the clinics and posting, you know, having a place to post the recordings. Keep making those like Loom videos or those screen shares for like those little tasks that you do, you know. And I remember one, Kara, where you were like setting up somebody's email funnel, I think, on WordPress, stuff like that, because you want that somewhere where people can pick it up and find it. Man, those were the freshest notes.
I thought that this was going to be about your one-room schoolhouse, but I kind of like where you're going with.
I know, this is awesome. I didn't know what we were gonna be looking at. So this is great.
I'm not sure how I would tell everybody to do this, so telling you first is kind of helping me sharpen this consulting thing.
So Josh and Kara and Gabriel and Adam Finnegan, I think, and I have been already talking about creating a dashboard for the new students, because we recognize that there is a lot of confusion and that there needs to be one place where they go, okay, first go here, then go here. You need this, you need this, and here's why.
Well,
So that's
exactly what I was going to recommend.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that maybe you should spearhead this dashboard operation and get the talent you need.
No.
Good for you, Adam. Just say no.
No, I showed up to this meeting because you were like, hey, show up to the meeting. But no, I'm not spearheading making a dashboard. I don't think you need a big dashboard. You are over.
Dustin put Adam's meetings in the schedule to do the dashboard already. That's good. Reality.
That will be a disappointing meeting. But you don't need a big dashboard. I think this Notion thing is still forming, but that seems like that's going to be a Ferrari in terms of dashboard, but it's not ready yet. So what do you need now in the meantime?
Like for us new students to figure out what the hell's going on?
Sorry, this should be clarified. This is for Autonomy Unlimited new apprentices coming into Autonomy Unlimited. So this is, you can become an apprentice after you graduate.
Oh, like that consulting thing or whatever?
Oh, yes. I thought this was for autonomy for new students.
This is Autonomy Unlimited, I think.
My understanding is there's people here that are just starting or never graduated, and they're like apprenticing as part of their their exchange of value for being in the autonomy course. And I know there's other people that have graduated that are just apprenticing because they want to come and sharpen some skills or learn some new skills, right?
Oh, so like apprentice meaning it's not your first time through then?
Apprentice means, and correct me if I'm wrong, people who actually captain this team, but apprentice means like you basically acknowledge like you're here to learn. So labeling yourself as an apprentice is a way of saying like, I'm not exactly sure what to do, but I want to do things. How can I help? That's kind of
like that would be like me.
It's kind of like,
go ahead, Karen.
It's kind of like interning. Like that's kind of the program that we have set up with Autonomy Unlimited. So people have the chance to come in and work on real projects that we have, and also like things on the back end of Autonomy and Autonomy Unlimited to gain these real world skills. So, there's several intentions that there could be behind this. Some people just really want to help out the freedom community. Some people just really love working with us in autonomy. And then there's also lots that that are working towards their own freelance career or starting their own business, have their own courses, these things that they're trying to develop. So apprenticing or AKA interning within Autonomy Unlimited is the chance to get that real world experience so that you can move forward with your goals. I hope I summed that up pretty
good.
Anything to add?
Yes.
I think
sounds better than what I was thinking.
Everybody in autonomy volunteers a little bit, like for the revolution or for the greater picture or whatever, for the universe. But the people who apprentice, they're actually focusing on learning a specific skill set, like sort of what Lee is doing with his descriptions of YouTube and Facebook, right? He's learning how to use the tags, what descriptions are important, how to get, because the description can be make or break whether people watch the video or not. So he's learning how to leverage all of our offers through the descriptions, right? And so that they show up more often on searches and stuff. Because without meta tags, the YouTube videos won't show up on searches. So even if somebody types in raising excellence, it may not even show up then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like how to get it high in the search.
Yeah, so it's a key skill. But so funny because yesterday during the Q&A, I had a different vision for you, Beth. I thought, Beth, so like she knows all these rules and everything. She should figure out how to do an autonomy publishing house where we can internally publish all of our books and do it so that it's not like censorable.
Oh, I have an idea for a book too.
I don't know why. I just had that idea.
I took the 5-hour Johnson O'Connor aptitude testing in LA, which they give in like whatever 6 major cities. And each person generally has 1 to 3 things that they have a really high aptitude for. So I scored off the charts in, they call it ideography, which is generating ideas, the speed at which you generate ideas. And I scored really high on looking at pages of numbers, like 6 columns of numbers, and and everything is timed for speed, and you have to find where it's off. And then in it's interesting too, because I sell on the phone and consult on the phone, pitch. So I am not like rules and regulations. It's like, that is like I have to, it's like a struggle because I'm more of an idea person, you know, but I live in a really regulated world, if that helps.
Cool. I don't
Okay.
know.
And
It's really your thing that you need to figure out, but you know, I was just kind of shooting arrows in the dark.
So what we want to do with this decentralized apprenticeship, you know, on the shop floor kind of training thing is get people up to speed on how we run and how they can contribute as quickly as possible. All right. So what's this mean exactly? I don't think you need a dashboard, but I think you need one link that pops up either when you know we have a new apprentice, or there's probably Discord bots that could keep track of like when someone gets a role, and then they'll just ping and send them the link or send them the message. Bare minimum, just pin it on top of the copywriting channel.
yeah, there
Okay.
right now in the copywriting channel, there are pinned messages that have like an intro video and some like how, you know, how to, it's, in my opinion, it is out of date. Like I want to, that's actually on my list, is I want to go and update those things. But there's like also, I like what I really, really love this, Adam, because like what you know, so not everybody even knows to look for those pinned messages. So
Right.
exactly, like you come into Autonomy Unlimited and you're in the Discord and it's like, where the hell do I start?
So if someone says, I want to apprentice for copywriting, like they're going to get one link, and that's going to have the 3 or 4 or 5 things that they need to digest in order to get up to speed as quick as possible. So what is this? Central principles. If that's either how not to break trust, that very first copywriting clinic, I think is a central principle for you guys, or just an intro to the culture of excellence. And I don't know what that would look like, but those are really the 2 core principles you want people to make sure people can touch on. How to stay in touch with the group. Hopefully they're in the Discord already. How to enter the workflow. So I know this is in transition now. So you just need to do it live, kind of like, here's our Trello board, or here's where you can pick a task. If there are tools that people need to install or sign up for, or should just play with, mention here. If there's any like giant index of all of the apprenticing resources for copywriting, just link to the library, link to that section of the library. Okay. Don't hand them the whole library. Just be like, hey, if you want the specialized stuff, it's over here. And then, set an expectation for when to ask for help, right? Because everyone's here to be autonomous, but the question mark is the most powerful key on the keyboard. I forget which lecture that is, right? So like, how long do you want an apprentice to be confused before they like ping you or Agnieszka or anyone else to be like, oh, I don't know about this thing, you know? And maybe it's like 5 minutes, maybe it's like an hour, whatever, you know, how long, and maybe it depends on the time sensitivity of their task. It's one thing if they're having trouble getting oriented. It's another when it's like, oh, in 12 hours we need this thing and I still have no idea what to do. And then how to get that help. So that would be the 3 to 5, like I say articles, but they could literally just be like a paragraph, you know, or like, you know, 2 or 3 minute Loom videos. But you want to keep it to a small number of things that like now they can get help. Now they know how to be helpful, and they understand sort of just the biggest picture. So getting that set up is what you want to do. And no, I can't set that up for you.
No, I love this, Adam. And in fact, you know, you can hold me to this because you're in the accountability group with me. I think I know what one of my goals is going to be coming up for the next week. So this is fantastic. I really appreciate you taking the time to lay this out like this and analyze this.
You are very welcome. I'm so glad I could do this kind of thing because it's one of those things I don't turn off. Is looking at what people are trying to teach and being like, how could I teach that better?
Oh, this is so helpful. A lot of these things like I've been thinking about and I've been like rolling in my head, and the other team captains and I have even talked about this stuff, but having this just like laid out like this is fantastic. I really appreciate this.
I think this one would not, it wouldn't take much for me to pass this back to any other team captain. And just take the copywriting specific stuff out of it.
This is great.
But this is also good for the general dashboard for incoming new students. You know?
Like, are those file folders on top where a person would go to say like, hey, I want to work on marketing, and then they click on that to find out what to do?
What do you mean by file folders?
Yeah.
Like when I'm
Oh,
looking
That's
above
just
the page.
her. That's just her.
This is just my tabs in my browser.
Yeah.
Oh, because we're just screen sharing your screen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they're just looking at my whole desktop.
Oh, okay.
Any other questions? I can help to sort of guide you on this reorientation project.
You know, there might be a thing, well, so I'm probably, Adam, going to run by you my intro videos at some point and have you watch those and give me some feedback. I'm going to watch them first myself and make sure that they're all up to date, but I would love to get your feedback throughout this process.
I'm absolutely happy to provide feedback.
Whatever this thing is you're doing right now, because we're going to call it that and put you in charge of it. You don't have to do the dashboard though. You talked your way out of that, but this value you're providing right here that everyone's appreciating, I think there's something there. We should give it a job title and get you more formally organized in that area.
I think this falls into either the onboarding or the experience neighborhood, but yeah.
Definitely.
If you want to make a whole nother department, we could have a department of departmental introductions department.
And then you'll be the department head for the departmental introductions department.
It's going to be a really long title if I ever have to write a resume again.
You know, when I was talking with Mike yesterday, and I was talking about how, you know, with how we have things set up in Autonomy Unlimited, that sometimes there can be times where like we put out a task, and if nobody picks it up, you know, my how I said it, I was like, you know, if nobody picks it up, then really it just kind of falls back on me, and which is just, you know, how it's set up right now. And Mike brought up the idea of having a soak up team, that just soaks up those extra tasks that kind of that fall along the wayside. I just thought that was an interesting idea.
I like the idea of a soak up team. That would be the generalists. That would be the generalists who are like, who need to be poked to go like do something. And it's all the people that can, you know, it's basic stuff. It's people, we need the descript thing and cutting out clips from resources. That seems to be getting it streamlined as a process. But yes, and then maybe also something where there's like there's a timer, there's a countdown on those tasks. Again, Trello, Notion, whatever it is, where like after a week or 2 weeks or 3 days ahead of the deadline, it becomes like an uh-oh. And so it gets up on the captain's radar, it comes up on the soak team's radar, and it doesn't fall by the wayside.
Mm-hmm.
Basically what he's talking about is an ITIL style redundancy built in.
Basically, yeah, totally.
Well,
ABM.
well, this has been fun.
Has been fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks
Well,
for inviting me.
we're over our hour.
Rapid response group. I love it, Lee. Rapid response group.
That's good. I like
So
that.
way better than the Navy SEALs or, you know, those guys that are parachuted in after they've been pulled off the aircraft carrier somewhere in the middle of the ocean, right? Is the great minds at Autonomy, right? Because the mind, right? We go way faster than those soldier bodies could ever go, and more effective, right?
Minute people.
So I just want to make a quick announcement that the Toastmasters Executive Committee meeting is in an hour. And if anybody from the new Toastmasters people wants to join, they're totally welcome to, because we're just going to be talking about some like future planning. It's not like a closed meeting. Hi, little one.
And then do it. Live is at 3 p.m. Eastern, I believe. That's the podcast,
Where
right?
do you
Yeah.
see the list of whatever's going on? I mean, this is
I
like
don't know.
my
I'll send you
second
a
thing
video.
ever.
Yeah, Agnieszka will send you a good.
I actually
Video.
pinned it yesterday because that's how often I have to use it.
Adam, update your photo. You look better these days. You're looking much better.
I agree. Adam keeps it better every day.
Thank you, Lee.
And how do we
Thank
get
you.
those on there? Mine just goes to my name. Anyone?
Yeah.
I don't
it's-
remember.
It's Zoom
I
somewhere.
think it's
Zoom setting.
within. Yeah. I mean.
It's outside of the meeting in settings in Zoom. So you
Yeah.
can't really do it when you're in a meeting. I haven't found out how to do it in a meeting, but
Oh,
when you're out of the
great.
call.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What, changing your name? Is that what you're talking about?
To a
Yeah.
picture.
And or profile photo, I think you can do.
Oh, yeah, go into, down at the bottom, go down to click the up arrow next to start video. And then go to video settings and a whole bunch of settings will come up.
That's only on a computer though. You must be at a desk because on a mobile phone, they don't give us those little nifty arrows to do the settings.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're correct.
Oh yeah, so then you can go to, if you open that, if you are on your browser and you go into those video settings, if you go to profile, and then you can put a photo in there.
Beth, I sent you the calendar video that Dustin created that tells you in Discord, that tells you, I think it was at Beth. I hope that was you.
You mean like by my email?
No, inside Discord. Have you ever been to Discord?
I don't know what's going on. No. I mean, I sort of found you guys today. I saw on my screen, I was doing something else and a pop-up from Richard said, this meeting. And I thought, oh, I'll just see what they're doing. But no, I don't know anything
That's how
so
we
I
all
don't
started.
know what you're talking about.
And
Okay,
occasionally
so
we
Discord, so this is why we need a dashboard, you guys. Discord is an application that we in Autonomy use for general communications and collaboration and also exercises. So it's like a virtual classroom or virtual university where there are a bunch of rooms and actually more of the university opens up the longer you're there. So at the beginning, you guys only have like 2 or 3 rooms and then more rooms will open up as you progress through the belt system. But for now, all you need to do is log into your Discord application, find me, text me, and I'll help you after.
Okay. Thanks.
But yeah, or any one of us, you don't have to find me. Anybody will help you. This is a very helpful group of people.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam, while you're still on here, can you look at the beginning of this course and see how we can condense it to make people be able to find the resources easier?
That's
Because I'm saying
So, are you talking about autonomy or
in season
or what
4.
course?
on Kajabi, because now that we have it moved over to a new platform, I want to make sure that people still get like, here's a couple.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something that's actually been, well, slightly in the works that the copywriting team has been working on. We just need to take more action. But that is something that has been brought to our attention, that coming into season 4 in Kajabi, there's way too much to go through. And so it's getting really convoluted.
Sounds like leader of the soak up team could catch that, right, Adam?
Okay. I opened a Discord, so I have that in another window, and I see my name on the left, but I don't like see a message.
Yeah.
Do you want to
I could probably send it to Beth Hood.
Oh, I'm Beth Hood.
Well,
Got
there's
it,
a Beth
Lee.
Knutson and there's a Beth Hood. There's a couple Beths in this course.
Yeah, I sent it to whoever.
It says number 2059. I guess I copied something. I don't know.
Hang
It
on.
all gets less confusing from here. So that's a good news. That you were willing to go this far and you know, you're like, I'm confused by Discord. Great. It only gets less confusing from here.
Beth 2059. That's the person I sent the calendar to.
I guess I wouldn't have even known that was me. I don't know. I number 205. Okay, so
That's
like
share
I
your
see
screen.
that and I
We'll give
clicked
you,
on
like-
it.
So if you want to share your screen, we'll give you like a 2-minute tutorial on it right now.
How do I do that?
So at the bottom, there is a green button called share screen.
In Zoom.
And you gave her,
Oh, go back to Zoom,
yeah, back
share
to-
screen.
and make sure you share your Discord window with us so that we can watch where you're going and we can direct you.
Nice.
Look, there's my picture on the top left. See my picture there? It's me.
Agnieszka's everywhere.
We put my last name on here so people don't
Yeah,
think I'm
we're,
number
yeah.
2059.
Yeah.
No, of course. That's just Discord's database because you're the 2059th person with the name Beth that signed up to their platform. But on ours, I rename and give you your real name.
Okay, so first of all, if you look at this screen, Beth, you see at the top left, you have the little happy face, right? The little weird robot. Yeah, right there. So that will take you to where all the different chats with private people are. So click on that.
So that's like your messaging.
And see, I'm the only person who messaged you so far, which is okay. And if
and so this is a direct message.
yeah, click on that.
Okay, hold on. I want to capture this on OBS. Can you just stop talking for like 15 seconds?
Yeah, do it live.
Go back to the classroom, Beth. Go back to the autonomy man, the yellow thing. And we'll go from the beginning once I
Take it from the top. This is like a table reading of Fast Times at Autonomy High. I'll see how I tied it back in to what we were talking about.
But I'm ready. But we're already recording it.
I am recording.
Okay. So Beth, if you want to use the thing, first of all, what you need to do is go to the robot at the top left. Do you see that, the robot picture in the little circle? Perfect. Can you click on that? Perfect. So that takes you to your private messages. Now you see the only private message so far is the one from me that I sent you the calendar, how to use the Google Calendar. So you can see that there. And also, if you click on the friends thing, you can actually add friends a little bit above my face. No, on the sidebar. Right there, yes. See, so that's the friends thing. So that's where you
I don't see it.
Oh,
I'm not getting audio. All right, just keep going. But we won't have a recording.
It's recorded anyway.
I'm recording.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
I see your face over here, and there's your
but
face.
there's my face also to the left a little bit in the little
over there.
Yeah.
Oh, friends. Oh, there. Okay.
Right there. Yes. So that's where you can go and add friends. So you can add me as a friend if you want. Just type in, AG.
AG, not the whole thing.
And actually, my actual name is AG Evanson. So just instead of NIE, just do EVE. No, together.
Oh.
NSON. Yeah, and just send friend request. It should work.
We need your
four-digit tag.
When you are.
Let me see if I have my 4-digit tag. Where would I find it?
That's surprising.
0945 is my
0945.
Just type in 0945. It'll just take the add AG Evanson away and just type in the number. Maybe that's how it works.
Can't you just click on your name over on the left since you're already there?
She could probably.
Yes.
Take the pound sign off, maybe.
If you right click on Agnieszka's name, you can just send her a friend request.
Sorry.
Oh, add friend.
Add friend. Yay.
There we go.
Done.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. And so then I can accept it as well on my end. So but that's not the most important part. The most important part is when you click on the classroom, the autonomy man, that logo with the yellow and
guy. Oh, the yellow one.
Yeah.
Okay.
The yellow. That's the autonomy man because he's in the autonomous position. So that's where all your rooms. That's where your virtual university classrooms are located, right? So you have access to 4 different rooms: class chat, class announcements, autonomy calendar, and event replays.
So like Rich was talking about the blue, the emerald, and the whatever. He said something like that's a prereq for the beginners. Where does all that stuff?
In Kajabi.
That would be somewhere else. That would be in Kajabi. So now the difference between Kajabi and Discord is the communication tool that we use in order to communicate with each other. And Kajabi is where all the classroom materials and books and stuff.
Where's Kajabi?
Kara.
It's universal. Kajabi is universityofreason.com.
I've never been on there. Oh.
How did you get in the Discord and find the links to the lectures if you didn't get on there already?
Because I just searched, I downloaded the app for Discord. And then I just started hacking around yesterday, and then I found you guys yesterday, and then I saw Rich's pop-up thing, and I went back to that app and clicked on it.
Okay.
And then
Cool.
I found you.
You're getting it done, Beth. Nice.
Stop.
That's
But hey,
badass.
so you can do this onto a phone? Do you, so I could just download the same thing onto a phone if I want?
You can do
Good.
both Kajabi and Discord. Now, so the difference is like Discord is like your university where you go to hang out with people. And Kajabi is like your bookstore where all the books and materials, learning materials, it's a lot of videos because it's the 21st century, but you know, it's like the university bookstore where you get all the materials.
Or like
Okay.
the library.
So how do I get off of this screen share again? I go back to the Zoom or whatever?
Up on top is in red, we'll say stop sharing. Stop share.
Oh, okay. Stop
There you go.
share. Oh, and there we're back to you. Okay. So I'm going to go to that University of what was that?
Universityofreason.com.
Oh, I've been there before, I guess, for Rich's offer.
Yeah.
Because it's remembering, but I don't think it's not just, okay, so now I'll go in here and put that in my favorites.
Perfect.
Oh, so what I already did the next step, let's see. Oh,
And everybody from season 4 needs to answer post-lecture questions.
so now I click on take
That's
your
some
next
obligatory
step.
language there.
So my project would work, okay? Helping me out.
Wouldn't it help you to answer those questions? It'd be such a
Also-
nice and friendly thing to do.
You can't
So you
progress
just
on the
take your next step.
results if you don't answer your questions. Just saying.
Do you know your login information, Beth?
Yeah, the one that I set up before my username and then a password that I got. Yeah, I do remember that.
So that's where you want to log in when you're at the University of Reason.
Well, it kept saying go to next step, next step. I never even saw a login.
I think she's on the wrong page. Try universityofreason.com/library.
This is like, I think when I signed up that I was universityofreason.com/library.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. My courses. Okay. I'm going to save this one then. All right.
Solving people's issues, one customer at a time.
Okay. So then it says my courses and there's,
So you
oh,
should see Autonomy Season
oh,
4.
you know, I think I did. I remember seeing this yesterday at one quick flash. Michael Bet. Okay. So are the gem thing in here?
Yes. So when you go into Season 4, within Kajabi, on the left is kind of where you have kind of like your table of contents. So under Autonomy Season 4, Getting Started, there should be.
Oh, so that's all the stuff that I'm supposed to do, like under there? Okay.
I don't know about supposed to, but
Right.
you're welcome to do it.
So in there, it's the, what number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th one down says pre-course integration exercises.
Oh, what Richard is going off? I got to shut him up. Okay, sorry.
It happens.
All right, I can figure it out from here then.
Yeah, so it's called pre-course integration exercises, and then it says communications primer. What personality type are you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got it. All right.
You can do it
Okay.
whenever you want. We don't believe in pressure. We'll never tell you what to do and when to do it, except for the post-lecture questions. You have to do that.
There
Well,
is.
and I never saw those either, so if I see them, I'll do them.
And there is a ton of stuff in here, though.
When
We
you go to
definitely.
lecture 1 for season 4, there is a big gold button at the top says complete lesson or something, and then you press it and there are 5 questions. Super simple.
Lecture 1, Season 4. Autonomy calendar. I don't see what you're talking about. Autonomy Season 4 on top.
It's because the lectures are like way down towards the bottom. There's all that
Okay,
stuff
so
to go
scroll
through
down.
first. Yeah.
Learning with Linux.
Not muted, Richard.
I see other guest speakers. I don't see lecture 1.
So we
Pre-lecture
Screen for a second
questionnaire.
again, we'll take you there.
Week 01, orientation and baggage check is what you're
Okay.
looking for.
Oh, okay. Oh, autonomy, lecture 1. Well, nobody would have ever found that in a million years if they think they're supposed to
Yeah.
answer that.
This is why we need a dashboard.
Well,
I
and
would
we
have
really,
never found any. I mean,
we really
eventually-
need to condense a ton of stuff and
Yeah.
probably get rid of a bunch of stuff.
Copywriters and a physics teacher should do it, though. It feels like we could get it done. It needs to be done. We got the team to do it. How we get it done?
We don't
So
got no
there's the-
physics
Oh,
teacher.
this download would be the copy of the lecture that I was at yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's
Okay.
there's nothing you've missed. If you saw the whole lecture last night, you're good.
I don't see her questions she wants though.
Interesting.
Do you see at the top
yeah,
of
there's-
the page, complete
Oh,
lesson?
complete lesson? Okay. What? So when you're done with that, you're supposed to click on that?
Click on it, see what happens.
Okay.
You do them anyway.
Now it says lessons complete.
Does it give you questions?
You probably have to hit
No.
like next or something.
It says say something at the bottom if I want to make a comment.
What about above the say something thing? What does it say?
So it's, after it says lesson completed, then just click the little arrow to go to the next one.
There's some really good troubleshooting insight right now.
Well, maybe I have to click it backwards now. Start course, no. I don't know.
If you just share your screen for a second, maybe we can see what you're
Okay. Let's see. Go back to share screen. Whoops, that's not it. Okay. Let's see. Just pause him. Okay, I'm here. What do you want me to do?
I don't see your screen shared. Did you click start sharing?
Oh, let's see. No, I didn't. And now,
At the bottom.
Yeah, so just go back to the green button at the bottom again, no matter what, and just
whoops, let's see. Okay, there's you.
color the buttons.
Oh, screen share, share screen. Okay, the green button, I'm pressed that.
And then you have to press OK. Like,
Oh, and then the blue share button?
yeah. Choose the screen you're sharing.
There we go.
Okay. Okay, but then, okay, so now we're there, right?
We're there.
Okay,
Okay.
so start course.
Okay, and I did completed the lesson.
Yep.
And now this other arrow?
That just takes you to the next thing. So you're on the, over on the left, you see that sidebar. You're on the Welcome to Autonomy page. If you click the little arrow, it'll take you to the links to activate your enrollment resources.
She was
Which
trying to
is
get me to the
about-
questionnaire she wants me to do.
Yeah, press
Okay,
next.
so over on the sidebar, you want to scroll almost most of the way down on that sidebar on the left. And you're looking for
There's
week
the
01.
lecture. Oh, here,
There we
autonomy lecture questionnaire.
Yep.
Oh,
That's it.
So people have no idea what that is, and it's a lot of sifting to find it, especially on top of learning Discord, especially on top of getting the
Yep.
calendar up to date.
See, Leo told
okay, well, I'll do that later then. So
We're
now,
gonna
Press start just for a second so we can see it.
have
And then just click one and go next. Well, for the video, Adam.
Okay.
is your current work in
You
line
want
with your
me to do it?
potential? Sort of.
Well, whatever. Your answer is like, you know what I mean? That's
Okay,
just,
so
This
you can
This is
see
not
it.
a right and wrong quiz. Don't sweat it.
yeah, it's not a right and wrong. I
You
would,
still get to take the rest of
So
the
you
course,
just
no
wanted
matter
to
how
see
you
like
score.
how it works?
yeah, no, it's fine. You didn't like, I just wanted to pop up. with
I'm-
it real quick.
Well, you don't have the second one doesn't work either. I'm an independent contractor.
So it's either
like an
entrepreneur or
entrepreneur.
other, depending how you want to select.
I guess entrepreneur, sort of, under a massive freaking weight of regulations.
Maybe we need to define those terms or pick friendlier ones.
Talk
Schooling
about abundance. There are
high
many
school.
things to
I had
do.
My schooling was crazy. We had open free time, like what I did in high school, because I'm a really quick student, so I never studied. I like crammed the night before. It was all socializing and hanging out in the halls.
Nice.
But has it helped you, or?
There's a lot of salespeople in my class. Schooling, I didn't learn any. I went to college just to get a piece of paper, and I worked a lot. I just, whatever. Schooling has interfered with my development, I'd say. How long is this thing? Do you want me to keep going with this? Is that what you want?
2 more questions. Agnieszka wants to see if
What
the
is
video
the difference
works.
between an employee and an entrepreneur?
No, you don't have to answer the rest of them. I just wanted the transition.
Okay, so you get it? Okay, so I'll unshare then.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to
Let's
put your.
see.
I can look at your private answers anyway, so.
Stop share. Yeah, I don't care. I'm just I'm gonna log myself out of here.
We are at the end of our copywriting clinic.
Yes.
So I do have to go. I've got lots to do.
Okay,
Bye,
nice
Kara.
to see you
Great
guys.
day.
All right.
So is the next deal is like tomorrow? I'll find the
Q&A
schedule
tomorrow.
somewhere.
Take care, Kara.
Yeah,
It's nice meeting you directly. Thank
See you
for
later,
your
Kara.
encouragement.
Bye.
We can keep the end of this meeting open. Thanks, Kara.
No.
We can't? Is
I
this
mean,
your-
it's on my Zoom account. It's
Oh,
fine.
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's
So
fine.
we can help Beth. We'll go
Oh,
on Discord and help.
And she left.
Yeah,
All right,
she
no problem.
can go anyway, so that's fine.
Enjoy the rest of your
Wow.
afternoon, everyone. Thank you. It was a really great clinic, and then useful customer insights afterwards.
Indeed. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Everybody, see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.